Welcome everyone. So you're standing in the first floor of the ESSIG project, which stands for Electrical Switching Station Emergency Generators. Helix is our electricians on the project. So really the ESSIG project is going to be the emergency power to most of the northwest side of the NIH campus. This is one of two pull rooms, and it's all medium voltage cable, seismically braced, and it just shows the amount of electricity that's coming in and out of this facility. Helix did an awesome job. All this was spooled on reels, had to be pulled in and spliced down in the bottom of the pit, and then pulled 40 plus feet up to level 2 where our switching station is, our switchgear. It's all 3-phase, so it all had to also be bundled together and fire taped. So I'm sure you can imagine the importance of proper tracing, proper identification of each feeder group. So there's a lot that went into that as well on the engineering and the installation. All the fire taping was really done in place where it is right now. So they had to pull the cable first and then come and fire tape it after, which, I mean, you can see the quantity of that and just how good of a job they did. They had this entire pull room scaffolded to be able to perform the work safely. And then really like how this all ties in is this runs into underground duct banks that then feed buildings outside of this one. The main downstream user of all this power is the hospital here. Some additional Helix work is 16-way duct bank. This is the third exit point of the project for power. This runs into an underground duct bank as well. So, I mean, you can see this obviously took a lot of time, thought, and coordination to get all these bends proper with this 16-way coming up out of the ground. So that 16-way comes out of the CMU wall, and then you can see the pull boxes we're dealing with. So anytime we can get away from the conduit and we use either cable tray or free hang, it's a significant coordination savings. The NIH spec allows for only 270 bends of conduit before you need a pull box. So you can see every time you turn 3 times, you need something like this. It gets pretty nasty. So you'll see when we get upstairs, the amount of cable tray we were able to use, and it's pretty badass. This is our emergency power gear room. So behind me is most of our switchgear controls, and then in front of me is all of the different lineups. So each end use building has its own lineup. The beauty in here is the conduit work and then some of the cable tray that you do see. So we were able to run a lot of cable tray, but once we started to make our tie-ins to the actual gear itself, we needed to transition back into conduit. And then each pull box, you can see the diagonals coming off of it. It's all seismically braced, seismically engineered. So there's a lot going into it. We're now in the normal gear room. We have a lot more cable tray in here. Yeah, I mean, you can see just the scale and the size of these cable trays, 4 racks high. Yeah, to me, the true craftsmanship's in the cables that you see, and then in all the conduit. I mean, these are big 4 or 5 inch conduits. It's not easy to bend. They did a phenomenal job.
Back when we priced this project last fall, we had a pretty quick schedule. We knew there was a deadline for the client to get moved in. So we kind of worked our ways backwards. How we can get this client in on time with this massive amount of stone, the alignments we want to hit. Jay's team started ticketing the stone before we even had pricing approved. And then from then on, we created micro schedules just to understand the amount of stone we have. How do we sequence it in between floor paving, the wall stone, the stone at the stair, so many different stone elements. So we had stone going in way earlier than anyone ever wanted to go down. So the amount of protection we put down, we created special ramps to go over the stone so we could get carts over it and not chip the marble. This job was driven by stone, and every other trade followed. This wasn't just get the space ready and then stone came in. Stone started happening from day one. All the stone that you see was actually hand laid out in a warehouse in Italy. How they numbered and lettered it in Italy is exactly how we installed it here. So this piece of stone was picked to be here for an exact reason, and that goes for every single piece of stone you see.
We were ordering material from Italy with tremendous lead time ahead of partitions and other elements being in place to measure to. So essentially, our shop drawing series and order series dictated all the layout you see here. So standing on this floor, we're on the 7th floor, everything you're standing on right now is 2cm material, which is the thicker version of the materials we're using in this space. So we had, where we're standing right now, a thin set application for installing the floor because of existing space and existing slab conditions. In the elevator lobby itself, it's a depressed slab. So we had 2 different setting conditions that we had to tie together so that when the final product was complete, you did not see a differentiation of the setting finish faces. So that burden of coordination and establishment with adjacent trades and HIT contracting had to be done right from the start. So the stair that we're looking at is not radial, it's elliptical. In making the drawings and ordering this material, what you're seeing was cut to size and delivered to site. Standing on this floor, everything you're standing on here is 1 cm, standard tile thickness. So the module is smaller, but more involved than what's upstairs with this diagonal cut into the accent piece that you see. The fabrication is stellar, and our setters did a wonderful job installing it and keeping with that and maintaining clean, uniform joints throughout.
The arena itself is undergoing a multi-phase, multi-year transformation renovation project. So the first large piece of it was the design package 2, which consists of 3 main areas: the United Globe Lounge, the premium suite spaces, which is the Vault Suites, and then the team space compounds for the Wizards and Capitals.
There are 5,000 light fixtures on this project. There's 400 different types of light fixtures. This lighting control system on this job is a Lutron Athena system. It's a cloud-based lighting control system. There's 6 lighting control processors. There's 50 lighting control panels. Each lighting control panel has 40 different switch legs in it. Coordination was a challenge for this project. Construction kind of beat coordination. We were, coordinating as we were building. So June and July we spent planning, and we started pulling our first switch legs in August, and then we had until end of September to open. So you can imagine how crazy it got.
What we're starting here is the VIP United Globe Lounge. This was a complete rebuild and consists of a lot of very specialty high-end lighting. A lot of this stuff is not just sitting on a shelf. A lot of it is custom specified for the project. So the timing of receiving fixtures with the construction schedule that was not moving posed another very difficult challenge for us.
With the Vault Suites, each suite belongs to a different client. We've worked with the lighting designer to set their scenes for their suites. This would be what it would look like on a game night. Pretty much anywhere you could put a light fixture, there is one. You'll see the ceiling panels throughout. It's a dimmable 0 to 10 volt panel system. All of the fire alarm devices, sprinkler heads, speakers. We actually have emergency lighting in the panels. They're all kind of custom cut to fit everything.
Like we saw in those other spaces, there's another set of specially fixtured backlit panels that were all pre-designed, custom fit for the individual angles and the exact measurements of this corridor for a starry scene.
This is the Wizards locker room. They have DMX lighting in here that changes colors based on whatever kind of jersey they're gonna wear for the game. With every single light fixture, there's 0 to 10 and what we call CCT color tuning. So this is their game night corridor. We have DMX controlled fixtures in the coves. We have DMX pixel fixtures on the walls. The DMX fixtures in here on a Pharos lighting control system. It integrates with the Lutron system. This is the owner's lounge. The lighting designer was really creative. They put light fixtures everywhere they possibly could. Toe kick lights, under cabinet lights, bar top lights. This is the NBA and hockey team players lounge. We're waiting on a chandelier fixture. It's made out of brass hockey sticks. Oh yeah, it's wild looking. This is their hype zone corridor. We're still coordinating with them to install the DMX fixtures across the Mylar ceiling. We do have DMX control of the cove lighting in here. This is set up similar to the game night corridor where they have scenes where they can change the light colors, flash the lights, get everybody kind of hyped up. We have more DMX lighting in here. Each light fixtures can make their own colors.
The amount of coordination effort it takes, which typically you run over a 2-year project, we did the same amount of coordination and development to get there within a quarter of the time. So that was a real challenge of this project. It's capturing this amount of work over 200,000 square feet within about a 6-month period of time.